Okay, I'd like to have you guys learn a few things about marking period 4, and in the process I want to talk to you a little bit about the AP test. Shaky guidance for an uncertain time. I want you to take what I'm saying as the best available evidence at this moment. So I want you to know some major changes about the AP test. It went from a 3-hour marathon down to a 45-minute sprint. So they took out the multiple choice part. They limited the free response to only 2 questions. One that is 25 minutes long that will be both quantitative and qualitative. I have no idea what it's going to look like. They give some guidance, and it seems like there's not going to be anything where you have to write formulas out. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to look. There will also be a 15-minute paragraph-based question. The test will be open notes, open internet. They say that the answers will not be able to be found online. So you can use all the notes you've taken this year, and hopefully you'll find some of the answers in there. But they claim that the answers to the problems will not be able to be found anywhere on the internet. So don't spend a lot of time searching. Sophisticated plagiarism protocols have been put in place. So I always emphasize doing your own work, being honest. It's better to fail on your own than succeed by cheating. They have ways to hopefully stop other people from cheating. They also are going to let all your colleges know if somebody does try to cheat, if they notice somebody with suspicious test, they're going to tell all the colleges that you send SATs to that you seem to engage in behavior that is not conducive to being a good college student. They say there'll be more information on simulated tests coming sometime in April, hopefully earlier rather than later. And they also mention they can be taken on any internet device. I highly recommend doing it on a computer. A big monitor, a good keyboard, a good mouse, whatever we can to make it go easier. You don't want to be trying to type on a little screen or read stuff off a little screen. They say whatever device you start the test on, you must finish the test on. So you probably want to work on a big computer, and then if you need to, have your notes out. If you'd like, you could have things like the internet available on another computer, but it probably won't help you. And you also don't want to spend a lot of time looking through your notes. Okay, topics. Well, what happened was they wound up dropping a lot of the normal topics. So no nuclear physics. There'll be no quantum physics. There'll be no waves. There'll be no reflection and refraction. And there'll be no lenses and mirrors in terms of the questions on this test. The topics they say are still valid would be fluids, thermal physics, including gases, engines, and conduction, like heat going through a wall, electrostatics, electric circuits, and magnetism and induction. The logistics of the test, it will take place on Wednesday, May 13th, and it will take place at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I mention Eastern Time because the whole world will have to take that test at once. People in Hawaii will have to get up at 6 in the morning to take this test. You'll have access to the site. Right now we don't know where that site's going to be or what it's going to look like, but you'll have access to that site up to 30 minutes before the actual test time to make sure that you can log in and connect, and I do suggest trying to get in there early. There will be a timer with your questions that will count down for each question. So even though you might have 45 minutes to do this test, you will not have 45 minutes to do a single question. Each question will be timed individually. You'll get 5 minutes to upload your answer if you did your work on paper. And again, since it doesn't involve equations, it's probably much better to type out your answers, but we'll see. If you decide after hearing all this that you do not want to take the test and you've already registered, please email Mrs. Pilotowski as soon as possible and let her know. Okay, so the 4th marking period, this applies to everybody. Okay, all students are expected to complete all graded assignments, which will have at least one a day, usually one a day. You guys know I try and keep it light. There will be optional prep work that I will send out to those of you who are still taking the test. You will have from now until May 13th to be cementing the ideas we've already touched upon. That's for everybody. I want everybody to be really good at these ideas. Again, I didn't spend the whole year teaching you for a single test, and I'm so glad I did not. But after May 13th, once those people that are taking the test no longer have that to worry about, I'm going to, from that time till the end of school, teach you a lot of new things. Things I'm really excited about, like special relativity and other really good topics. Okay, we'll be covering those ideas that I think are important that you'd know before leaving Delsey. Today's assignment, I expect all of you to fill out on Google Classroom the form that will show me that you understand what I discussed today. Again, that's all of you, whether you are taking the test or not. I want you to show me that you understood the things we talked about today. I want you, all students, to complete the assignment I created in College Board AP Classroom. So even if you're not taking the test, I still want you to review these ideas. And normally I would give my own questions, but I want to make sure that everybody is able to get onto the College Board and work through a sample of the things that they have. Finally, the address with an extra S for this site is https://apcentral.collegeboard.org. The code for our class is VR2N23. VR2N23. Again, here is a picture of better times, our flow rate from a dispenser lab, and I cannot wait to get back into the classroom. Hopefully that will happen before the AP test, and we'll be able to do some really fun things to get you ready for the test. If not, I'll do my best to find things that are of interest around the house that apply to things we did in class, and we'll go with those. Anyway, take care. Here is a quick tour of the garden. I wanted to start by showing you that I actually have some potato plants coming up. Some new carrots. Spinach still going strong. The peas are actually almost at the spot where they need to grab on to climb well. I've got lots of greens, including some broccoli. My lettuce is getting to the point where I could almost eat it. And the beets are just starting to come up, as are the turnips.